And this happened, I suppose, because the business changed during this period. In 2008, when we started the ERP process, it was, as I said, shortly after the formation of Origin as an entity, where we had pulled together these historical businesses to provide a specialist focus around them. Over the next few years, the business decided to really realign its portfolio, move some businesses into joint venture structures, acquire other businesses, and build out the capability within them. And I suppose where we're at now is in the past, particularly in the last 18 months, we have acquired even more businesses which are not in the scope of ERP as I'm presenting it today. So the point I'm really trying to make is we started up here, and by the time we got down to selection and implementation, the business had moved from under our feet, and we had to adjust and realign as we went through that process. So this is our sort of, I suppose, our mission statement today. So from a collection of businesses in fish meal, food, cereal milling, commodity trading, we've sort of brought a more focused approach to what we're doing today, which is all around really the primary producer, and the primary producer is the farmer, and it's the provision of advice and solutions, be they product and service solutions for the farmer. So our drivers for change now, if we were to sit down and say, well, why would we do ERP if we were starting it again in the morning? Said the original driver is still valid, but these are the core drivers now. It's strategic. We've identified one area of our business as being our key growth sector. We've got 3 businesses in that area which we needed to get onto one platform, and we needed to systemize our business model. And the reason we needed to do that really is to achieve scale. So, current sets of applications and processes are fine. They run a very healthy and good business today, but won't give us the ability to grow our business the way we want to do. So really, we needed to put that core application in place. We also have a huge focus on service rather than just production. So there's a number of projects which we have tabled which are for more customer-facing applications, which are dependent upon the ERP backbone being in place. And also, I suppose, in that consolidation process, the financial case started to come together much more. So we saw the ability for productivity and process improvements, which would deliver a real bottom line gain to us. So I suppose in terms of where we are in the project today, we kicked it off in May 2010. How we approached this, we didn't approach it as a rapid implementation. We didn't have a burning platform. We knew that we were out of time in terms of our legacy apps, but we wanted to take time to workshop our processes through. We wanted to ensure that we delivered our business seasons. So we're an agricultural business, so we're highly dependent on the natural seasons, or the growing season in the spring, and the seed season, the harvest season in the autumn. And they are peak demand times for our businesses and for the people within our businesses. So we had to make sure that we loaded the project activity in such a way that we placed minimum demand on our business resources during those seasons. So where we're at today is our first 2 businesses went live as planned in July of this year. They are 2 fertilizer businesses in the UK. We've got 2 more businesses, including our largest business, going live at the end of next month. And we will have everything live, touch wood, by the August 2012. And in addition, and I suppose to an extent this proves the strategic concept, is we acquired a couple of businesses in March 2011. One of them is a 100-user business called Rigby Taylor, headquartered just up the road in Bolton, who provide the same sort of advisory services to the amenity market as we currently do today to the agricultural market. And we've identified a rapid requirement there for an ERP implementation, and we can see clear payback in that process. So, we've been able, through I suppose the work that we've done today, to bring them into the implementation cycle very quickly, and deliver a rapid implementation to that newly acquired business. So, I suppose just a quick word on challenges, and as I said, it's very much a journey rather than a destination. So these are still challenges to an extent we're facing today. So I suppose strategically, as I said, the business is very different now to the one we started out in 2008. So the one we started out in 2008, drivers were largely around risk and to some extent productivity. Now the IT has moved much more center stage. We're a much more service-oriented business. We need to get our backbone, ERP as our backbone, but it's seen as an enabler for other projects which the business is very keen for us to deliver. The rate of business change and the level of demand for on-time delivery of ERP have both accelerated. So as the business has changed and we have acquired new businesses in particular, the demand for the business for ERP to be put in and be put in quickly has accelerated. And I suppose, in an ideal world, you would be saying, well, listen, you have a high level of demand here for change. We need to take stock of that and implement probably on a slightly slower pace. But both metrics are going up quite dramatically. The need to systemize the business model in terms of facilitate the execution of the strategy is paramount. I suppose at a macro level, the demand for food on a worldwide basis is growing, and is only set to accelerate even further. And to an extent, that's the core opportunity for UK primary producers, for farmers. The UK and Ireland would have probably some of the best technology, and I mean arable cropping technology in the world. And I suppose what we're looking to do as a significant player in that market is to try and systemize that capability and take it elsewhere. Execution challenges. We have gone through quite a rigorous benefit identification and realization process. So we have quite detailed benefit registers with real measures, whether they are benefits that we will see in terms of productivity or cost reduction, whether they're bottom line benefits, whether they're working capital benefits, whether they're revenue growth opportunities. All of those benefits have been documented, identified, owners put against them, start dates as to when we could see realization. Getting those on paper was quite a challenge. Getting people to commit to hard benefits in ERP, even if they don't make the full business case, but getting people to commit to that is quite a challenge. Getting the right business resources. I suppose the mantra that we've had internally is that this isn't an IT project. It's not something that's being done to the business by IT. It's a business project that IT are facilitating. By and large, we have got the right business resources, but it's been a constant battle to make sure that we've got the people, because